Welcome back. If you've been following along, I've been getting this car ready to ship, ready to go to its new home. So this video, you're going to see me putting the exhaust back in, the hood back in, realigning fenders, light buckets, the entire front, and the windshield and everything put back on the car so it'll get ready to ship. All right, one thing I still need to do is get this old exhaust off of the ceiling. It is a single piece exhaust all the way from exhaust manifold to tailpipe. So it is unwieldy, it is large, it is rusty, it is eventually being replaced. So I'm kind of tempted to just cut it up and donate it as scrap metal or sell it as scrap, but I'm gonna go ahead and bolt it back up onto the car, wrestle it in place. That does require dropping down the rear axle, which is unfortunate. So I got to undo the leaf springs, drop down the rear axle so that the bends can go over the axle and bolt it back up. It's a big pain to do, but worth it just to get it bolted on. And if I do fire up this drivetrain, I'll have an exhaust, at least for the time being. Okay, it might not look like much, but I got my shifter installed. Well, installed. It's in place. It's attached to the transmission. I think I have a replacement. That little bezel on there is really gnarly from years of abuse, I assume. But regardless, we're putting things back the way that they came for now, and the rest will go back later when I get back to working on this car. And I'm not going to bore you with too much of this, but I did get my drive shaft installed and hooked up to the rear pumpkin back there so that I can actually put this car in park. Forgive the background noise. So I think that is the bare minimum to safely move this car. I can put it in park, it'll keep from rolling. Honestly, I probably could have had them move it, strap it down. But anyway, I feel a lot better with this. What I'm going to do now is start probably with the biggest and heaviest pieces and get them onto the car again. Things like, well, the hood's a really good one. Let's get that installed so I don't have to box it up and ship it. All these various parts, alternator, power steering pump, just kind of bolted in place, obviously not hooked up. As many things as can go back onto and into the car, I'm going to do that because it's just going to get shipped with the car when I ship it, and the rest will be boxed up with the movers. Okay, I've been focusing on getting things back into the car. Obviously not hooked up, doesn't need to run, it just needs to be bolted down so that I can just remove everything as one unit. So I just threw in the radiator, alternator, starters down there, brake booster, just the big things that are inconvenient to box up. A bunch of these boxes with random parts, they're just gonna get packed with everything else and go as is. Okay, another day, we're back. Got previously all the drivetrain installed and ready to go. I think the big things that are must-dos that are left are getting this hood back on, getting the window glass, the front and rear windshields installed. I'm not obviously going to put the compound in, I'm just going to put them in place and with the gasket. That'll be fine enough for transport, and honestly, I drove it like that, don't tell anyone. So that's fine enough just to transport it around. Okay, I used the trick where I put a couple of 2x4s across the fender aprons there just to rest the hood on. I lined up what I thought was a good location for the hood hinges, just based on the witness marks, snugged it down, and then threaded in the bolts for the hinge to hood bolts in there, all 4 of them, and got those snug. And as you can see, we're riding good 1/2 inch low, maybe 3/8 of an inch low. Again, I'm not going for perfection, but I want it a little closer than that. So what I'm going to do is prop up the hood, see if I can't raise both sides of the hood hinges just so I get it a little bit closer. What I don't want to do is have this open and close, and in doing so, like, damage my new cowl and everything. Okay, it's not perfect, but this is much better to where it needs to be. I can raise it and lower it without interfering. It's maybe actually a little tight, but I'm not that worried about it. Oh, see, not that worried about it. Okay, so that is on, bolted up. What I'm going to do is put the hinge springs on there now, and I'm going to use the trick with the use a large box end wrench, closed end wrench, to pull it up onto the hook. This seems to work really well. Okay, this is funny. I raced the hood springs, or sorry, the hood hinges to line it up. Then I installed the springs, and now the hood's too tall. I guess I underestimated how much adding the tension on those springs would cause things to raise up. So I'm probably just gonna loosen those and drop it down 3/4 of what I had before, because that's it's a little too high. I'm worried about things maybe interfering. Maybe I'm over worrying about it, as usual. All right, I've been putting off getting the front and rear glass in this car, mostly because I procrastinate and it's something I don't enjoy doing. Also, I'm having trouble finding my rope. I think I know where it is. I'm gonna look for it. Anyway, I'm gonna use the old trick where you put in the gasket, you put a piece of rope in there and pull it to help get the flap over. And again, I'm not going to put sealant in there. I just need it in place and enough so that it'll, you know, be good for transport. Okay, I've got the rope going all the way around the perimeter. My thought is, and I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but my thought is the corners at the bottom are sharper than the rounded ones at the top. So I'm guessing these are going to be harder to get in. So I'm going to aim to do those first. And then when we're going around the radius up top, should be easier to pull that gasket around the corner, the curve. So what I did was I have both ends coming out of the bottom. So that's where I'll start. Plus gravity might help me a little bit in that respect, or regard, or words are hard. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this kind of centered up on the frame and get going and start the not fun task of getting this window glass in. All right, that actually worked pretty nicely. Just a couple of spots I had to go around and you know, manually manipulate. It's a little redundant. Use my hands to just kind of make sure that the gasket went around the flange all the way around. But it's there, it's in, and it's seated. The hardest part really is starting it. At least I found. I started pulling the rope and it wanted to pull the gasket under. But once it got going, it can only go one direction, right? It only is going to fit in the way it fits in. And the rest is as you see it. Boy, I tell you what, the front windshield is a lot tougher to get in for two reasons, at least for me, for two reasons. One, it's a lot smaller, so it's less forgiving. You need to line things up pretty closely. And number two, these are old gaskets. I've had them in and out a few times. I have new ones that I'm going to use once I finally install them. But you might be able to see there's some small tears along here, and every time I hit a tear, it just wanted to split the gasket with the rope. So finally, just kind of slowly worked my way along, avoiding all the tears, and got it in. Okay, so the alignment on everything is pretty sorry, but at least everything's bolted on. I almost forgot my bumper brackets here that go to the frame, but I remember just in time. Again, I'm not worried about this being perfect, so I will need to adjust the hood because we're interfering now with the fender over there. I think just adjust this hinge and that should slide it in a little bit. But lots of progress. I got my scoops on, I got my glass in. We're getting to the point where most of what's remaining can just get boxed up. Yeah, next I'm just going to fill the car with everything that is boxed up that I want to go with the car and get that all prepared. All right, if you're still with me, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try to provide more updates as we go along, if there's something worth showing. And otherwise, we'll see you in the new garage.